Brian, how important was it for Nico to score that goal so quickly after the opening goal, just given how everything's gone?
Yeah, it was massive because it looks like you have control of the game, and well, I'll have to look at the tape exactly how he gave up that goal, but it certainly was deflating. And the team to respond like it did is testament to not only Nico's brilliant left foot, but also his commitment to try and help the team progress. So I think it was a combination of him wanting to help the team win, putting himself in a good spot, and actually delivering and finishing a play.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, Nico, I see here 105 touches. That's, I don't think, a number we've seen this year, but we saw a lot last year and since he's been here before. Is this closer to the Nico Lodeiro that you kind of would hope to have?
Well, I think this is, okay, you asked me the question about Nico, I'll answer that one first. Yes, it's closer to, Nico's potential in this league. He's a world-class player, but it's also a team game, and I think the guys around him helped. I think Christian in there, that Harry did a nice job, Deuce, Rodriguez, everybody pitched in to those, contributing to those 105 touches. We wanted to get back to what we did last year, which was, be a little bit better in possession. And there were times that we were. And then, that's still a work in progress. There were some times where we weren't that great, or we were a little rushed. We felt a little rushed. Again, I'll have to watch the tape. But it felt like we were a little rushed at times. But, whether Nico's on the front foot laying guys in, or whether he's just trying to keep possession, it's always handy to have, arguably one of your better players touch the ball that many times.
Harvey?
Coach, you won the duels battle 54-36. Is there something in that speaks to not just that you won the match, but how you went about winning it?
Well, I think that stat is always important to me. When you combine the two, because our team has always been, a competitive team, when you combine that with the actual soccer that was played, I think that's when you get results. So we're going to continue to fight. We won't give up. And then hopefully our soccer gets a little bit better and we can combine the two to, get some more points.
John?
Coach, at RSL, passing percentage in the final third was like 58%. Tonight, much better. In the first half, it was 78. Anything that would have led to that?
You're talking about in RSL?
Yeah, in RSL.
Well, the home team usually has the ball usually higher up the field, so I would say that that's probably a little bit of that. The other half is how you set your team up, what players you have on the field. There's lots of nuances that could probably explain some of that. I'll let the guys at Sounder at Heart analyze that.
Cries?
Coach, it seemed like Kim had a pretty incredible game on the back line tonight. How would you describe his performance?
Very good. He's been steady, solid since he's been here. The one thing he tries to force a couple balls in there as well that got nicked out. That's what we'll have to correct. There's no shame in just putting your foot on the ball, going out the other side, and retaining possession. So we're working on that with him through our Google Translator on our phone.
Ari?
Do you have any update on the injuries?
It is a strain of his right leg.
Jeremiah?
Nico was dropped back the line today. I don't know if I guess you probably call him an 8. But what does that do for the offense when you can kind of drop him back and I don't know, maybe it frees him up? How would you describe the thought process behind that?
Well, we've worked a lot on trying to get the ball from back to front in various phases of the game, from goal kicks in the defending third through the middle third through the attacking third. And putting Nico in the middle third helps on both sides of the table. So that's one thing. I could have stuck Harry back there. Harry can probably do that job, but I think Nico has a little bit more range. I think Christian does what he needs to do to help with that situation. And you know, it just helps when you have a guy who's confident on the ball to make those passes, make those decisions.
Okay.
An important 3 points to gain out of this, but it seems as though the momentum, started to shift towards the attack, and it seems like you guys had a lot of confidence going forward. Obviously, it didn't materialize into more goals, but it does seem to be a lot better than what it's been. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think a committed team, a committed group. I think training, even with the 2 losses to RSL, I think the training has been good. The guys are making plays out there. You saw not just Nico making plays, but other guys. I thought Christian, when Kelvin had to come out, we've done that in the past, but Christian was able to do some stuff. Magnus was able to, contribute. Harry was able to contribute. There were a lot of guys that having Victor back was extremely beneficial for us. He was a big reason for it. So it's a team game. I think they all came to play. I think they all understood the place that we found ourselves in the table. And I'll just caution everybody here, we still have a long way to go, but there are some signs of life and signs of a little bit of momentum for sure.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, not to change the subject on a good win, but we've seen some rumors this week about Raul Diaz, I think is how you say his name. Is there anything you can say about that potential signing?
Well, we can't comment on players that aren't signed, that aren't officially signed. I know he'll yell at me if I do, but it's always, Garth has stated that we're going after a big player, and being associated with a big player like him is always nice, but the deals haven't been finalized yet. So whether it's Rui Diaz, whether it's another player or a different player, however those guys do their job, it's nice. It gives us, okay, yeah, this is the guy we're going to get, and it's nice.
John?
Coach, you had to move Christian to right back position today for the injury. One, your thoughts on how you think he did there, and is
Great.
that something that you work on him with?
No, we don't work in practice, but he's done it a lot last year, years past. He's been pretty flexible. His engines are good. His commitment to winning is good. He gets up and down, and, he gets up the field, and then he gets back. And that's important from that position.
Harvey?
Magnus Wolf-Eichert scores his first league goal for the club. Was there any sort of sense of what it meant to him?
Well, it was a very good cross from Christian, very good header. When Magnus first came and we were watching on tape, he is goal dangerous. That's what I've said early on. So just showed tonight his ability to make an impact in the game. I thought he did well.